Let me just say this straight. You have absolutely no idea how much you tore them up. No idea. Not even a fraction. You think you know? You think you have a sense of the chaos you caused? You don't. Because what happened behind the scenes, what they've been dealing with since you showed up and did what you did, is a whole different level of destruction. You walked into their life, you said what you said, you did what you did, and you left them completely wrecked. And Virgo, it's a lot going on. Too many things to name. Too many pieces of their life falling apart. Too many consequences piling up. Too many people turning against them. And at the center of all of it, you. Just by being you. Just by standing in your truth. Just by refusing to play their games anymore. And they are absolutely losing their mind. Before we go any further, let's do something together. This isn't about engagement. This is about you witnessing the impact you've had. If you feel this message resonating in your chest, if you know deep down that you've shaken things up, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, because this is where the truth lives, and you're going to need to hear more of it. And drop a comment. Just one word, shaken. That's your declaration. That's you telling the universe that you see what happened, that you feel the impact, that you're ready to understand the full scope of it. Don't skip this. Don't scroll past. This is your moment. Seal it. Let me tell you what I'm seeing in the energy around this situation. Because what I'm seeing is so intense, so chaotic, so full of fallout that it's almost overwhelming. You tore them up, not in a physical way, in a way that's much deeper. You tore up their image. You tore up their reputation. You tore up their control. You tore up their peace of mind. You tore up their ability to pretend. You exposed things they thought were hidden. You revealed things they thought were buried. And they have no idea how to handle it. They're completely lost. They're completely confused. They're completely out of their depth. Because they never expected you to fight back. They never expected you to stand up for yourself. They never expected you to be so strong. I'm seeing this person's energy so clearly. They're reeling, they're spinning, they're trying to put pieces back together that don't fit anymore. They thought they had everything under control. They thought they could manipulate the situation. They thought they could spin the narrative. They thought they could make you look like the problem. But you didn't play along. You didn't shrink. You didn't back down. You stood your ground. You spoke your truth. And that truth has been like a wrecking ball to their entire world. Everything they built on lies is crumbling. Everything they thought was secure is falling apart, and they have no idea how to stop it. Now, let me tell you what's been going on since that moment, because it's a lot. Too many things to name, but I'm going to give you a sense of it. Their friends are questioning them. The people who used to defend them are pulling away. The lies they told are being exposed. The mask they wore is slipping. People are starting to see who they really are, and they're panicking. They're trying to do damage control, but every move they make just makes things worse. They're losing allies. They're losing credibility. They're losing the very things they tried to protect by doing what they did. They're watching their whole world collapse, and they can't do anything to stop it. I'm also seeing that this person has been spiraling. They can't sleep. They can't focus. They can't stop thinking about what happened. They've been replaying the situation in their head, trying to figure out how it all went so wrong. They've been trying to find a way to spin it, to make themselves look like the victim, but it's not working because the truth is out, and the truth is not on their side. They've been lying to themselves for so long that they started to believe their own lies, but now The truth is staring them in the face, and they can't escape it. They can't deny it. They can't run from it. But let me talk about what you did, because I don't think you fully understand the magnitude of it. You didn't just walk away. You didn't just ignore them. You exposed them. You held up a mirror and made them look at themselves, and they didn't like what they saw. You made them face the consequences of their actions. You made them realize that they can't keep getting away with what they've been doing. You made them understand that there's a price to pay for how they treat people, and they're paying it in full. The price is higher than they ever imagined. The price is everything they thought they had. The price is their peace, their reputation, their relationships, their sense of control. And they're realizing that it was never worth it. I'm also seeing that your strength, your courage, your refusal to back down, that's what really got to them. They expected you to crumble. They expected you to be broken. They expected you to fall apart, but you didn't. You stood tall, you stood strong, you stood in your truth, and that shook them more than anything else, because it showed them that they have no power over you. It showed them that they can't control you. It showed them that they can't break you, and that drives them crazy. They've spent so long believing they had power over people, that they could manipulate and control anyone they wanted, but you proved them wrong. You showed them that some people can't be controlled, and that terrifies them. I'm also seeing that the fallout from what you did is spreading. It's not just affecting them, it's affecting the people around them. The people who believed their lies are now questioning everything. The people who defended them are now feeling betrayed. The people who trusted them are now feeling foolish, and it's creating a ripple effect that's reaching further than they ever anticipated. People are starting to talk. People are starting to compare notes. People are starting to realize that they were all manipulated, and they're angry. They're angry at this person for lying to them. They're angry at themselves for believing the lies. And that anger is fueling a wave of exposure that's sweeping through their entire social circle. Now, I want to address the part of you that might be feeling guilty, because I can feel it. There's a part of you that's wondering if you went too far. A part of you that's questioning whether you should have just stayed quiet. A part of you that's feeling sorry for them. And I need you to release that right now. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't go too far. You just stood up for yourself. You just told the truth. You just refused to be a victim anymore. And that's not something to feel guilty about. That's something to be proud of. You protected yourself. You protected your peace. You protected your integrity. And that's exactly what you should have done. They brought this on themselves. Their actions led to this moment. Their choices created this consequence. And the fact that they're suffering now is not your fault. It's the result of everything they did. They sowed seeds of deception, manipulation, and betrayal, and now they're reaping the harvest. That's not you being cruel. That's the universe being just. That's the universe saying, enough, no more, it's time to pay. And they're paying every single day. Now, let me talk about what happens next. Because this person is not going to go quietly. They're going to try to fight back. They're going to try to regain control. They're going to try to spin the narrative again. They're going to try to make you look like the villain. But it's not going to work, because the truth is already out. The damage is already done. And no amount of spinning is going to undo what's been exposed. They're fighting a losing battle, and they know it. That's why they're panicking. That's why they're spiraling. That's why they're falling apart, because they know they've lost. They know they can't win. They know that you've already won. And they hate it. I'm also seeing that this person is going to try to reach out to you. They're going to try to manipulate you into feeling sorry for them. They're going to try to make you feel guilty. They're going to try to gaslight you into thinking you are the problem. And Virgo, I need you to be ready for that. I need you to be prepared. I need you to stand firm. Don't fall for it. Don't let them back in. Don't let them make you question yourself. You know the truth. You know what they did. You know who they really are. And you know that you did the right thing. So when they reach out, when they try to pull you back in, remember this moment. Remember how they treated you. Remember how they made you feel. And choose yourself. Choose your peace. Choose your freedom. So here's what I want you to do right now. Take a breath, a deep, grounding breath. And as you breathe in, imagine yourself standing in your power. Imagine yourself strong, unshakable, and free. Imagine yourself surrounded by a bubble of protection, untouchable and unbothered. And as you breathe out, release the guilt, release the doubt. Release the need to feel sorry for someone who never felt sorry for you. Just let it all go and trust that the universe is handling everything. And then say these words out loud. Say them with intention. Say them with belief. I am not responsible for their consequences. I am not responsible for their choices. I stood in my truth. I protected my peace. And I refuse to carry guilt for something that was never my fault. I am free. I am strong. I am unshakable. And I trust that the universe is bringing justice. Say that 3 times. Let it sink into your soul. Let it become your reality. And then when you're ready, drop your comment, type shaken, claim it, own it. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications, because this is just the beginning. And what's coming next is going to be even more beautiful. Blessings on your heart, Virgo, always. You tore them up and they're still trying to recover. You have no idea how much you tore them up, and they're still reeling from the impact.